The husband is 34 years old. The wife, she's 20 years old. They've been married for 5 years. They have 2 beautiful kids. So anyway, the husband is looking for a second wife. So it means that this guy, he got married when he was 29 and the wife was 15 years old. Let's do the maths. So right now, Mr. Mhlongo Joman, he's looking for a second wife. So according to him, he's saying that his ancestors want him to marry this wife. So she met this lady. This is the lady they've met 4 years ago when she was 16 years old at the I think it was they have a function. It was the traditional gathering. That's where they met and they start talking. That's when his ancestors requested him to marry this lady. So according to Mr. Njomani, he's saying that his first wife, he has done everything, he has paid everything that needed to pay. They are only left to sign Kohoma first and get married. But right now the problem is that they cannot get married because his ancestors really want him to marry this second wife without the second wife. And he's saying that because of his work, obviously he does not have a choice. He has to marry this lady because it is affecting his work. All we know that Mr. Njomani, he is a sangoma, guys. So now people are really concerned looking at the age of these women. You are saying that you met this guy when you were 16 years old, and the guy probably he was 30 years old because now he's 34 years old, and people are saying that they really messed up. Seleko, you need to look out on this one because we really don't understand why you are doing this reality show, because it seems like these guys, they're hiding under his ancestors, behind his ancestors, because this guy is saying that his ancestors this and ancestors. Do the ancestors did not realize that the first wife was not the one? I mean, she's been with you for 5 years. Only now the ancestors are saying that this one is not right for you. You need to marry her. And then, guys, they went to the house, to explain to the first wife, telling her that, you know what, she's going to be the second wife. They were the second wife's attitude. The second wife's attitude. The second wife was like, you know what, you're going to accept me if you really know what's good for you, especially the fact that you're not working, you don't have income. Guys, women, a lot of women are going through a lot. Now this poor first wife, she has to accept this second wife because, you know what, she has nowhere to go. So people are really crying on Twitter saying that in Muslim Seleko, you know what, I don't think it was, it was a good idea for even to play this episode. We didn't learn anything from this episode. This guy is just hiding from his ancestors, this guy is not even trying. You know what, the fact that even Muslim Seleko asked him, why can't you talk to your ancestors so that you can protect your first wife? So he was like, he does not know what to do because his ancestors already told him this is how things need to be done. So he has no choice but to take his second wife to be the first wife, meaning that there's a first wife who has been married for 5 years. She's going to be the second wife. And looking at this girl who claimed to be chosen by ancestors, the attitude, like somebody who is chosen, she has to be humble. But our baby girl, she's not even humble. She's ready to take the role of being the first wife. The fact that these people have been dating, and now I believe her, if she was a chosen one, he should have came to his first wife and was like, you know what, the ancestors says this and this and this. You don't even have to know each other for 4 years, for 6 years, and you guys start dating, walking around to the beach, and you guys are calling each other a chosen one. If you're a chosen one, you just have if you have a vision, if your ancestors show a vision, first in the morning, you need to go to tell your wife and say, my baby, the ancestors are saying this and this and this and this and this. And we all know that you can talk to your ancestors, unless maybe your ancestors are something else. Because it seems like your ancestors, they don't know what maybe they are human beings. Like, I'm really starting to understand what is going on here. Maybe you are using your gift, your calling, as a way to skip this situation and try to make it look like, your ancestors, they really want you to marry this little girl who is now, she's 20 years old. But anyway, guys, tell me in the conversation, what do you think about this situation? For me, I think this guy is trying to run away from the fact that, there's no such as ancestors. If your ancestors really love you, they understand what's good for you, they will never do that. I mean, at the end of the day, they have to protect everyone. They will say, my son, here is the wife that I want you to marry. Go and tell your wife. But in this situation, you guys have been dating behind the wife, and now you want to introduce and call it saying it as these ancestors. No, guys, I don't believe whatever is going on. I don't believe the ancestors really are the one are talking. It is him who's talking. I'm just gonna say alleged, because I just feel like, you know what, when we come to this situation, we've been lying a lot about people claiming to be ancestors. You know, people are saying ancestors this, ancestors. People have been go through so much. Some people are saying, some people are going through so much because of these people saying that God is saying, come to my room. God is saying this, God is saying this. Some people are being financially, you know, they are all being abused because of this. We all know the drama of pastors who was claimed to be God say you must do this. There are ladies that are even using, there are mothers out there, you know, they're taking their salary to pastor, they're divorcing salary to pastor's cover, you know, to bank account, claiming that if God wants you to do that, guys. We have been brainwashed by these people, and we will not allow this again. But anyway, tell me in the comment section. I don't want to, you know, I don't want to get emotional when I come to this, because trust me and believe, as much as I believe